She tries to dump me on Instagram Live. Watch me dump this loser to her 100K followers. When I stood up and proposed to her best friend who said yes, the live stream hit 200K viewers, but not for the reason she'd planned. I, 27 male, am still trying to process what happened 3 days ago. My hands are shaking typing this, not from anger, but from relief, disbelief, joy, all of the above. For context, I was dating Valentina, 26, for 2 years. She's what you'd call an influencer, 100K followers on Instagram, mostly for lifestyle and fashion content. When we met, she had maybe 15K followers and seemed pretty down to earth. But as her following grew, so did her ego. The red flags were there. She started calling me camera boy when I'd help with her content, made me retake photos 50+ times until the lighting was gram-worthy, would ignore me at events to network with other influencers. But I stuck around because, well, I thought I loved her. Her best friend Thalia, 27F, was different. We'd known each other since college. Actually, she's the one who introduced me to Valentina. While Val was chasing clout, Thalia was getting her doctorate in marine biology. She'd roll her eyes at Val's dramatics, and we'd exchange looks when Val would have her moments. Over the past year, I noticed things shifting. Val would publicly humiliate me for content. Posted a video of me tripping over her ring light with, "This is why I do everything myself." Made TikToks about dating down, and when he doesn't understand your vision. Her followers ate it up. Meanwhile, Thalia started checking in on me more. "You okay?" Text after particularly brutal posts. Coffee runs when Val was too busy editing to grab lunch. She never badmouthed Val, but she'd say things like, "You deserve someone who sees your worth." 3 weeks ago, something changed. Val started being extra sweet. Buying me things, posting couple photos, first time in months, talking about our future. I was confused, but hopeful. Maybe she was finally valuing our relationship? Then Sunday happened. Val told me she was doing a special live stream at 2 p.m., asked me to dress nice and be in the background for aesthetic. I put on my good button down, thinking maybe she was announcing something big for her brand. She went live in our living room. I was sitting on the couch behind her as she talked to her followers. The viewer count climbed, 50K, 75K, 90K. She was glowing, feeding off the attention. Then she turned to me with this weird smile. "So guys, I have something super important to share. You know how I'm always talking about leveling up? Well, sometimes that means making hard choices." My stomach dropped. I've decided it's time to move on from things that don't serve my highest self anymore. And that includes... She turned the camera to fully capture my face. This relationship. The comments exploded. I sat there frozen as she continued. I know, he looks shocked. But honestly, I've been carrying this relationship for too long. I need someone who matches my energy, my ambition, my level. And sweetie," she looked right at me, "you're just not it anymore." The viewer count hit 100K. People were screenshotting, recording, sharing. She was dumping me live for content. But here's the thing. Thalia was there. She'd come over to help Val with some sponsorship paperwork and was standing just out of frame. I saw her face when Val started her speech. The horror. The disgust. The moment our eyes met, something passed between us. Val kept going. I mean, look at him. He works in IT support, still drives a 2015 Honda, shops at Target. How can I build an empire with someone who thinks small? That's when I stood up. Val thought I was leaving and smirked. "See, he can't even fight for me. This is what I'm talking about, guys. No passion, no." I walked past her to Thalia, got down on one knee. The ring I pulled out? It was my grandmother's. I'd been carrying it for 2 weeks, planning to propose to Val on her birthday. But in that moment, everything crystallized. Every coffee run, every concerned text, every shared eye roll. The woman who valued me wasn't the one humiliating me for views. "Thalia Reeves," I said, my voice surprisingly steady. "You've shown me what real love looks like. It's not about followers or aesthetic, it's about showing up. Being real. You've been my best friend, my support system, and honestly, the person I've been falling for without realizing it. Will you marry me?" The live stream went insane. The viewer count shot past 150K. Val's face went from smug to confused to furious in about 3 seconds. Thalia's eyes filled with tears. "Are you serious right now?" "Dead serious. I know this is crazy. I know it's sudden, But I also know I've been dating the wrong best friend. She looked at Val, then back at me. Yes, 1,000 times yes. The viewer count hit 200K as I stood up and kissed her. Val was screaming something about my content and you staged this, but we just walked out hand in hand. The internet exploded. The clip went mega viral. Greatest Uno reverse? She got wrecked. Karma delivered express. Val's follower count dropped by 30K in 2 hours. Update 1. Y'all asked for an update, so here we go. Grab popcorn because Val's entitlement has reached new heights. First, let me address the obvious. Yes, Thalia and I are really together. No, this wasn't staged. Yes, we're taking things one day at a time. We're not rushing to actually get married, but we're officially engaged, and honestly, I've never been happier. Now, onto the drama. Val's first move was damage control. She posted a 45-minute YouTube video titled, "The Truth About My Viral Breakup." According to her, I was abusive, specifically financially abusive for not funding her content creation. Thalia had been manipulating me for months. The proposal was staged to humiliate her and steal her spotlight. I had been cheating with Thalia our entire relationship. The comments weren't buying it. People started pulling receipts, her old posts mocking me, videos where she called me wallet instead of my name, clips of her flirting with other influencers while I was right there. When that didn't work, she tried a different approach. She DM'd me from her Finsta. Yeah, I didn't know she had one either, saying we needed to talk about dividing assets. Assets? We didn't live together. We didn't share anything. Turns out, she wanted payment for 2 years of relationship labor, 50% of any money I make from the viral video. I made nothing. I don't even have social media. My Netflix password, seriously. Compensation for damaging her brand. The engagement ring, since it was meant for her. I screenshotted everything and sent back. No. That's when she escalated. She started contacting my employer, claiming I was dangerous and had publicly humiliated her. Thankfully, my boss Stan is a legend. He watched the video and literally laughed. She dumped you on live. You just reversed her. But she didn't stop there. She created a whole series called Dating Down, My Toxic Ex, where she'd analyze our relationship with a psychologist, who turned out to be a life coach with an online certificate. She'd use photos I took of her, claiming I was obsessed and couldn't let go. Meanwhile, Thalia was getting her own harassment. Val's fans were calling her a homewrecker, a snake, a clout chaser. The irony of calling a marine biologist who barely uses social media a clout chaser wasn't lost on anyone with brain cells. Then came the legal threats. Val hired some lawyer to send cease and desist letters. For what? Intentional infliction of emotional distress and theft of intellectual property, the proposal video. Thalia's brother is a lawyer. He sent back a beautiful response basically saying, "Your client publicly humiliated my client's fiancé for content. He proposed to someone else. No laws were broken. Please stop wasting everyone's time." The best part? Other influencers started distancing themselves from Val. Turns out, she'd burned a lot of bridges. People came forward with stories of her stealing content ideas, sabotaging collaborations, and owing money for shared projects. Her brand deals started dropping. The meditation app she promoted? Gone. The sustainable fashion line? Pulled out. The meal kit service? Contract canceled. And that's when she made her biggest mistake. Update 2. Val went nuclear in a way I didn't expect. She involved our families. My mom called me crying. Val had reached out to her on Facebook with a whole sob story about how I'd abandoned her after she supported me through difficult times. What difficult times? When I had the flu for 3 days, and she complained about having to get her own coffee? But Val didn't know my mom had already seen the video. My teenage cousin had sent it to the family group chat with, "Yo, cousin went savage." Mom's response to Val was perfect. "Sweetie, I watched you humiliate my son for internet points. Please lose my number." Val then tried Thalia's parents. Sent them a long email about how their daughter was a homewrecker who seduced a taken man. Thalia's dad, a retired Marine, sent back 2 words, "Get help." When family didn't work, she tried mutual friends, started a whisper campaign that I'd been physically abusive, that Thalia was actually pregnant and that's why I proposed, that I had stolen money from her. Here's the thing about lies, they need consistency. Val couldn't keep her story straight. In one version, I was broke and leeching off her. In another, I was rich and controlling her with money. One day I was abusive. The next, I was pathetic. Our friend group started comparing notes and realized she was telling different stories to different people. The group chat lit up with screenshots. People were pissed. Dimitri, who'd been friends with Val since high school, was the first to publicly call her out. Posted on his story, "When your friend lies about abuse for sympathy points. Disgusting." More people followed. Turns out Val had a history of this. Her college roommate came forward about how Val had accused her of theft when she moved out. Really, Val had sold the girl's textbooks and kept the money. An ex from before me shared how she'd claimed he stalked her when really she was showing up at his job demanding closure. But the real bomb dropped when her former best friend before Thalia, Giselle, posted a TikTok. Apparently, Val had done something similar to her. Publicly humiliated her at her birthday party for wearing the same dress better, then tried to sue her for defamation when Giselle told people what happened. The TikTok went viral. Valentina Exposed started trending. Val's response? She claimed it was all a coordinated attack, that I was paying people to lie, that this was a misogynistic campaign to destroy a successful woman. Then she made tactical error number 2. She went on another Instagram live, this time to expose the truth about me and Thalia. She'd hired a private investigator, probably some dude with a camera, to follow us. Started showing evidence of our affair. The evidence? A photo of Thalia and me at Starbucks from 8 months ago, with 3 other friends cropped out. A screenshot of Thalia liking my LinkedIn post about a work promotion. Security footage of us hugging. At her grandmother's funeral last year. She really thought she had something. The viewer count was climbing. 80K, 90K, 100K. She was ranting about betrayal and fake friends when someone in the comments pointed out something beautiful. In the background of her live, on her coffee table, was her vision board. Zoom in and you could clearly see cutout pictures of engagement rings, wedding venues, and my face photoshopped next to some male model's body with "Upgrade him" written across it. Twitter detectives screenshotted and enhanced it. The board also had "Get proposed to by August, viral moment," and 200K followers by September written on it. She'd been planning to use me for content all along. Final update. It's been 2 months since the infamous live stream, and I finally feel ready to give you the final update. Val's empire crumbled faster than a sandcastle at high tide. After the vision board reveal, she lost credibility with everyone. Turns out, when your entire brand is authenticity and you're exposed as calculating every moment for content, people don't stick around. She tried one last Hail Mary, a documentary. Yes, really. Cancelled. A modern love story, where she'd tell her side with never-before-seen footage of our relationship. The trailer alone was a disaster. She'd edited conversations to make me look bad, but forgot that I had the original videos. She'd sent them to me to post on my non-existent social media. My lawyer, yeah, I had to get one, sent a nice letter explaining defamation law. The documentary never came out. Instead, Val pivoted to a new strategy: wellness and healing. Started posting about her journey and growth. Meditation posts, yoga shots, quotes about forgiveness. Nobody bought it. Her comments were brutal. Maybe meditate on why you humiliated someone for views. Healing from what? The consequences of your own actions? Namaste away from relationships. She tried starting fresh with a new account, but internet detectives found it in hours. Tried TikTok, but the comments followed. Even attempted LinkedIn as a social media consultant. The recommendations were not kind. Last I heard, she moved back with her parents. Still posts occasionally to her remaining 20K followers, down from 100K plus. Mostly sponsored posts for questionable supplements and how to rebuild after cancel culture courses. The legal threats disappeared after her lawyer probably explained she had no case. The harassment stopped when people got bored and moved on to the next drama. As for Thalia and me, we're good. Really good. We took things slow despite the dramatic start. Did couples counseling to make sure we were starting this for the right reasons, not just trauma bonding over Val's chaos. Turns out we'd both been feeling something for a while, but never acted on it out of loyalty to Val. The proposal wasn't planned. It was just this moment of clarity where I realized I'd been with the wrong person. We had a small engagement party last month. Just family and real friends. No cameras, no content, no performance. Val somehow found out and posted a subliminal about people who celebrate your absence, but deleted it after an hour. The funny thing? I never wanted revenge. I just wanted to be with someone who actually valued me. Val created her own downfall by making our breakup a spectacle. If she'd just talked to me privately like an adult, she'd probably still have her platform. But she wanted viral content. She got it. Just not the kind she expected. Do I regret proposing during her live? Sometimes I wonder if I should have just walked away quietly. But then Thalia squeezes my hand and reminds me that sometimes the best moments aren't planned. They're just real. Val's latest post is about dating in your villain era and choosing yourself. The comments are turned off. Meanwhile, I'm planning a real proposal for Thalia. Something private, meaningful, and completely offline. Because real love doesn't need an audience. Thanks for following this wild ride Reddit. Remember, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. And if they try to humiliate you for content, maybe let them. The internet never forgets.